You're on to Focus Africa, where we turn our attention to the tragic events unfolding in Ethiopia, where a devastating landslide has claimed at least 257 lives. The landslide, which struck in the Kellem Wollega region of Oromia, has left communities in shock and mourning as rescue efforts continue amidst challenging conditions. With dozens of people still missing, rescuers are racing against time to find survivors and bring much needed aid to those affected. The Ethiopian government and international organizations are coordinating efforts to provide support, but the scale of the disaster highlights significant challenges in addressing such natural calamities.
The increasing frequency and intensity of such disasters raise critical questions about the role of climate change in exacerbating natural events in the region. Ethiopia, like many other countries, is grappling with impact of extreme weather conditions which threaten to further destabilize vulnerable communities. Addressing underlying causes and enhancing resilience to future disasters has become an urgent priority for the country. And to discuss this pressing issue, we are joined by Mekonnen Teshome, Director of Alliance for Science in Ethiopia. He's going to be sharing his insight with us. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. Now, could you please provide us an update on the current state of the rescue operations that are happening right now on site, and maybe challenges being faced by the responders on ground?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. First of all, the region where this landslide happened is called the Southern Nations and the Nationalities regions of Ethiopia, not Oromia. So, as you said, the landslide is, according to scientists, meteorologists, it is one of the events related to extreme weather, like flooding, heat wave, and other natural disasters. And sometimes landslides happens, we know it is related with geophysical factors like earthquake, volcanic activity. But this time around, scientists are telling us that it could be related. Of course, it is being investigated, but it could be related with heavy rains around there. And it has claimed so far 231 Ethiopians' lives, the lives of citizens, and 18 people are still missing.
And so I have to ask, right? You said that landslides are currently it's recurring in Ethiopia, but has climate change contributed to the increasing frequency and severity of these landslides in these areas?
Yes, as I said, the factors could be many, but we know that this area of Gofa, the southern Ethiopian region, is now it is deforestation problems related with deforestation, soil erosion, and settlement of many people there. So human activities are also there, like depletion of forests, and human activities are also there. And it is related, yes, it could be related with climate change and deforestation.
Okay, so let's ask about you just said that this is something that happens frequently. Is there a possibility that these might continue, the landslides, or maybe even similar natural disasters currently?
Yes, dear. It is, to your surprise, small landslides are being reported here in Ethiopia, like the area of called Kaffa. And yes, Ethiopia is one of the highland areas, high altitudes with these peaks and so many mountains and heavy rains. So landslides are expected, and the government is now has announced that 6,000 people should be removed or resettled to other areas because of similar possibility of similar dangers.
You just talked about the government. I would like to ask about the actions that the Ethiopian government is taking currently to mitigate the impact of such disasters, and just how are they supporting these communities as well that are affected by landslides and the likes.
Yeah, we have here in Ethiopia, the government has a huge initiative of tree planting areas and improving the environment. Even last year we have had this tree plantation campaign that has broken world record. We replanted trees, billions of trees actually. So it was on the record worldwide. So we have these environmental protection and soil protection activities. And coming to the support that are being given to the affected communities, the Ethiopian Disaster and Risk Management Commission has also deployed its professionals, and vital emergency goods are also being provided, and other regions, other bodies like the Addis Ababa City Administration has provided 45 million worth of 45 million Ethiopian birr vital goods and emergency materials. And also foreign governments like the United Arab Emirates has sent consignments of vital goods or for emergency, 70 ton of goods and foods to Ethiopia. And the Ethiopian Disaster Risk Management Commission has already received these materials. And locally, the government and the people are also raising, funds and materials to provide these communities. And of course, 500 people now are being under this emergency situation and under needs shelter, temporary shelters.
Has there been any international interest shown for the situation? Has any international organization or maybe neighboring countries offered help for Ethiopia since the occurrence of this instance?
Yes, the president of Kenya, William Ruto, has sent messages of, and also he promised support. And as I said, the United Arab Emirates government has sent 70 tons of vital emergency goods and foods to Ethiopia, and others like the WHO and the Chinese president, and all the governments are expressing their support.
Our hearts go out to the communities. I'd like to ask what it is like now there with 257 people dead already and more still missing. What is it like there? Can you give us a bit more just a backstory on the community?
Yeah, the situation is very serious, and the area is very, very huge that is affected. So still the information are not fully compiled, but the government announced that the days will reach even 500. Yesterday it announced it. So it is still people are trying to help bodies to just to take up bodies from the meds, and the situation is continuing.
It's really sad. It makes me wonder if you can give one thing about the media and press is that we just throw out numbers, 257, but we don't give out names. We don't give out, sometimes they're just numbers. I would like for you to humanize these numbers for me. Were they families, uncles, children, teachers? Talk to me about the numbers.
Yeah, locally this has been already being reported. Yes, since it is a very huge area, families, the total families, neighbors, and even security forces, policies, and others that are there to help, were hit by another event of slides. And yes, there are kids and the whole family and even people that arrived there in a few minutes were also become dead.
Mekonnen,
Yes.
regarding the communities that are affected, are there some still isolated because of the landslides, and what efforts are being made to help evacuate these communities? As we hear, there are some communities that are trapped, roads cut out and all. So what's the government doing for these communities?
Yes, since it is a very rural area and isolated area of the southern Ethiopian region, of course we need these mechanisms that could to help these people, the isolated people. And this morning, the Ethiopian army, defense forces, expressed their support, that being, because the army has all the helicopters and all the mechanisms, to help these people out. I think the Ethiopian armed sources will help in this area.
Well, Mekonnen, I want to say thank you so much for taking our time this morning to join us, and our heart goes out to the families and those who lost their lives, and also to the responders and emergency team just working around the clock there, those communities. Again, many thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much.